Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thanks so much for listening. Today, the president's budget proposal and the former president's historic portrait. Plus, nanorobots curing cancer. Chloe Kim wins the gold, and the Peter Rabbit controversy. All that and much more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Tuesday, February 13th. You ready? Let's do this. We've now seen President Trump's $4.4 trillion budget plan for next year, and it doesn't try to balance the budget. A $1 trillion deficit would be expected. Here are some of the proposals with it. The Hill says it would get rid of funding for some programs and agencies like public broadcasting that provides funds to TV and radio like NPR, and get rid of some climate and education programs. It would spend more money on military and less money on some health programs and food stamps. In fact, there's a proposal for some people on food stamps to actually get a box of food instead. It also lays out a plan to spend on infrastructure, like fixing and building roads and bridges, but it depends a lot more on state and local funds for most of it. So can all of this work? TBD. Some say lawmakers will sort of just ignore a lot of the proposal and do their own thing, which has happened in the past too. The official portraits of former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama have now been revealed. Typically, the portrait reveal of presidents goes pretty unnoticed, but not this time. They're unique paintings and they're historic. First, of course, they're the first African-American presidential couple to have their portraits hang at the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery. And the Washington Post says the artists chosen are the first African-American artists to paint official presidential portraits. You can see pictures of the portraits in today's show notes at thenewsworthy.com. DNA nanorobots might be able to kill cancerous tumors. TechCrunch reports scientists have at least been able to cure human breast cancer in mice using tiny autonomous bots that basically seek out cancerous tumors and inject them with drugs to kill them. Scientists say they work by getting programmed DNA. Of course, there's a lot more to do even before human trials begin, but it sounds like this is a really good step. All right, other things people may be talking about today. Snowboarder Chloe Kim. She was under a lot of pressure at the Winter Olympics to get a gold for the U.S. She's just 17 years old, and all eyes were on her. Could she pull it off? Well, the answer is yes. She nailed it. She got the gold medal and became the youngest halfpipe medalist and is pretty much tied for the youngest snowboarding medalist overall. She's just a few months older than Red Gerard, who won a gold earlier this week. By the way, her skills would have qualified her for the U.S. team 4 years ago at the last Olympics, but she was too young at just 13. BuzzFeed reports figure skater Mariah Nagasu became the first American woman to land the triple axel during the Olympics. That's when you rotate 3.5 times in the air in less than a second. So, no big deal. Have you seen the movie Peter Rabbit? It's a family comedy, and it was the second top movie at the box office over the weekend. But now, some parents are calling for people to boycott it. So why? Well, many parents say a scene in the movie is insensitive to kids with allergies, that it either shouldn't have been in there at all, or there should have been a warning about it. In the scene, rabbits fling blackberries at a human character who is allergic to the fruit, and the man has to use an EpiPen and even collapses. The president of the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America told the New York Times the movie should not be mocking life-threatening allergies. Not everyone agrees, but Sony is now saying, sorry, we should have paid more attention to this. Amazon is apparently cutting hundreds of corporate jobs at its headquarters in Seattle, but there will also be some layoffs at the other named retail businesses that Amazon bought. The Seattle Times reports it's a rare move since Amazon has been growing so much, but the company says while some areas do need some cuts, other areas will still be growing and hiring. Remember, the company is also working to pick a city for a second headquarters and will be hiring there. You may have seen this on ABC's Shark Tank, but the online wedding registry, Honey Fund, is now partnering with Target. It helps out both companies, so it sounds like no cash will be changing hands. TechCrunch says it means the Honey Fund registry will now be integrated into Target's website and app for the registry. So your wedding guests can contribute cash to your honeymoon through Honey Fund and buy physical products at the same time in the same registry. Competitors like Zola probably don't love this. And that's it. You are all caught up for today. Thank you so much for listening. You can always read more about any of the stories that we talked about today at thenewsworthy.com. From the homepage, just click episodes and find today's date. You'll see all the links to all the stories mentioned. Be sure to subscribe so you do not miss an episode. The Newsworthy is ready for you to listen every weekday by 4 a.m. Eastern Time. So I will be back with more news tomorrow. Have a great day.